Botswana is a country famous for its stunning natural beauty and thriving wildlife. With nearly 40% of its land dedicated to national parks and animal reserves, it's no wonder that Botswana is a top tourist destination. Visitors from all over the world come to witness the diverse ecosystem and incredible wildlife. But there's a dark secret lurking in the Limpopo River that flows through this picturesque land. The Nile crocodile, one of the most feared predators in the world, calls the Limpopo River home. Growing up to 20 feet long and weighing up to 750 kilograms, these crocodiles are the biggest and most aggressive in Africa. They are incredibly fast and agile in the water, making them efficient hunters, and unfortunately, their ferocity doesn't stop there. Nile crocodiles kill hundreds of people throughout Africa every year, making them one of the deadliest animals on the continent. In this video, we'll recount the horrific encounter of Dr. Richard Root, who fell prey to a massive Nile crocodile in the Limpopo River. Richard, along with his wife, was on a boat ride admiring the river's breathtaking beauty when the unthinkable happened. The crocodile violently attacked Richard, dragging him into the water and consuming him in front of his wife and other eyewitnesses. This incident serves as a stark reminder of just how dangerous these ancient predators can be. But who was Dr. Root, and how did he end up in Botswana? What led to his encounter with the crocodile, and what happened next? We'll answer these questions and more in today's video. So be sure to watch the entire video and don't forget to like and subscribe. The Limpopo River, with its beautiful scenery and lush vegetation, is a sight to behold. However, it's not a place for visitors to let their guard down, as the Nile crocodile is always lurking, waiting to prey on the unsuspecting. In January 2022, a 25-year-old woman was attacked and dragged away by a crocodile while doing her laundry in the shallow waters of a river in South Africa. Sadly, this was not an isolated incident, as 4 others from the same village were killed in crocodile attacks that year. Many more disappeared mysteriously after going to the river for water. For those who live in small villages without access to clean water, going to the river every day becomes a dangerous necessity, as the risk of crocodile attacks is ever present. In February 2022, a 25-year-old man and his friend were fishing along the shore of the river when a crocodile suddenly charged at them, dragging his friend into the river. The man tried to search for his friend, but got caught in some debris underwater, tragically drowning. These are just a few of the many reported cases of fatal Nile crocodile attacks in the area. This situation highlights the need for more education and resources to ensure the safety of those who rely on the river for water. Crocodile attacks have been a problem in the area for many years. The Nile crocodile, the largest reptile in Africa, is found throughout the continent and is notorious for its aggressiveness. Despite being a protected species in some countries, the Nile crocodile is a significant threat to human life. In addition to the danger posed by crocodiles, the Limpopo River is also prone to flash flooding, making it a hazardous environment for those who live nearby. In 2000, floods in the region caused widespread destruction and displaced thousands of people. In other news, Richard Root was a renowned infectious disease expert in the US, spending most of his career studying and working in top universities in North America. In 2006, he was invited to Botswana by the University of Pennsylvania to help control the HIV epidemic in the country. During his 2-month trip, Root worked tirelessly to educate doctors and treat patients and children affected by the epidemic. His contributions have made a significant impact on the lives of many in Botswana. Dr. Richard had a passion for wildlife and adventure, and his love for it led him to Botswana. He had lost his first wife in 2001 and would later remarry a woman named Rita O'Boyle, who also shared his passion for adventure. They both traveled to Botswana and, despite the tough working conditions and long hours, it seemed to have changed Richard for the better. According to his family and friends, Richard looked the happiest and most fulfilled he had ever been before. His career was also on an upward trend. In March 2006, Richard, along with his wife and colleague Dr. Harvey Friedman, decided to take a day off and have some fun. They planned on taking a guided safari through the Tuli Nature Reserve. The tour they were on would take them to the southernmost part of the reserve, where they would explore a section of the Limpopo River. This particular area was known for its diverse wildlife, including giraffes, lions, cheetahs, and waterbucks. Interestingly, it was also one of the only crocodile-free stretches in Botswana. Dr. Richard and his friends were part of the group, and they boarded a canoe that morning. Richard sat at the very front, with the group split into 2 different boats. The tour guide scanned the shore for hippos and other animals, making sure not to surprise them with their presence. As they paddled through the water, Richard's eyes lit up with excitement at the sight of native birds in the area. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the group, a large Nile crocodile had somehow snuck into the reserve and set its sights on Richard's canoe. Nile crocodiles have excellent senses and use their vision to stalk larger prey. Despite the group's efforts to be discreet, the crocodile was attracted by the vibrations and movement caused by the boats and paddles. It waited patiently below the stern of the canoe, with its eyes just poking through the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As they were cruising down the river, suddenly one of the guides yelled, "Croc!" And before Richard could react, a massive crocodile leaped out of the water and grabbed him by his arm. The guides attempted to free Richard from the crocodile's jaws, but to no avail. The croc pulled him out of the canoe and into the muddy abyss of the river. His companions and a devastated Rita watched helplessly as the crocodile consumed him in its entirety, leaving behind nothing but a blanket of blood. Locals and police searched for Richard's body, but to no avail. Days went by and they lost hope of finding him. But then, a few days after the attack, Richard's mangled corpse turned up on the shore of the river. His wife, Rita, was relieved that his body had been recovered, but she still couldn't come to terms with the fact that he was gone. Richard was a man who dedicated his life to helping others, and his loss was deeply felt by thousands of his patients and colleagues. This tragic event serves as a reminder of how unpredictable life can be and how one small movement can change everything. As we wrap up this video, we're reminded of the beauty and danger that exists in Botswana's Limpopo River. While it's a place of stunning natural beauty and incredible wildlife, it's also home to some of the deadliest predators in Africa, including the Nile crocodile. Dr. Richard Root's story is a stark reminder of just how dangerous these ancient predators can be, and the need for education and resources to ensure the safety of those who rely on the river for water. But Botswana is more than just a place of danger. It's a country of hope, where people like Dr. Root have dedicated their lives to making a difference. His passion for adventure and wildlife led him to Botswana, where he worked tirelessly to help control the HIV epidemic and improve the lives of many. Botswana's natural beauty and thriving wildlife make it a top tourist destination, but it's the people who call this country home that make it truly special. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the world.